This is Tanks Vlog, May 28, 2019, wrapping up the day in sports, Memorial Day. Of course, Memorial Day is the one day a year we take time to honor the brave men and women that gave the ultimate sacrifice for keeping this country free. Always remember that is why we celebrate Memorial Day every year at the end of May. It's not just so that we go to the beach, or in my case, go to Stu Finer's house, where I had another great day today. Great barbecue, great food, time in the pool. As I do every time, I have a good time when I go out hanging out with Stu Finer and his family. He's just the ultimate host. And of course, we did a little Q&A at the live Q&A at poolside, so I hope you guys got a chance to see it or see the replays that Stu will be bringing to you. And today the Stanley Cup Finals began, and it looks like it's going to be another fucking duck boat parade. If there was any game that the St. Louis Blues could have picked this team off, it was today. And the Blues, as I expected them, 10-day layoff came out flat. And the Blues took the lead in the first period, and even had a 2-0 lead in the second period. But it was at that moment that the Bruins woke up and just dominated the last 35 minutes of this game. Final score 4-2. And Rob Thomas right now is got to be wondering what was the number of the truck that hit him. I mean, Torrey Krug loses his helmet, charges up the ice, and just leveled Rob Thomas with just like... I mean, Rob Thomas, it's like you saw like the spirit leave him. I mean, that's how hard Krug laid him out. And it just woke the building up in Boston. Well, the building was already loud at that moment, as the Bruins had already taken the 3-2 lead, but oof. You could just tell at that moment that there was no way the Blues were going to tie this game. And the Bruins were going to go on and win it 4-2 with Brad Marchand and adding the empty netter. Baseball, the Mets began a 7-game road trip, West Coast road trip in Los Angeles. And this is where they die. Had a chance, Jacob deGrom, a gritty performance. Not a good performance, but he gave a gritty performance. Kept the Mets in the game. He actually left with a 3-2 lead after not having his best stuff. And with the Dodgers lineup, he threw a lot of pitches and could only go 5 innings. So in comes the bullpen, and away goes the lead. Tyler Bashler, who absolutely sucks. Daniel Zamora, who sucks. Can the Mets get some real relievers here? Please, for the love of God, Craig Kimbrell's still out there. I mean, do something. Do something, you fraud. You fraud who claimed that this, come get us. Come get us. Yeah, Brodie Van Wagenen. What a freaking phony. And of course, the Mets manager, Mickey Callaway. There's no accountability in this dojo. You'd get 3 players thrown out on the bases, including Carlos Gomez taking away a run. I like it. It was good in the move. You gotta love that arm. I was actually thrilled to see it. I like losing. He is the biggest dumbass in the history of baseball. I mean, that's why the Mets have the problems they are. That's why they play sloppy baseball, because they have a manager that allows it, because there is no accountability in this clubhouse. Time and time again, and it's to the point now where the Mets have seen, they saw Cody Bellinger's arm in the first inning, and at that point, you play it safe, because that arm is just unreal. I mean, it's a cannon, it's a howitzer. But nope, Carlos Gomez gets himself thrown out. Mets lose 9-5. This is going to be a lot of pain on this road trip. A lot of pain. Yankees, meanwhile, played earlier in the day, also playing a Western team from the opposite league. In this case, it was the San Diego Padres. And Yankees being Yankees won the game 5-2. As David Hale got the win. Boy, the Yankees, the Mets get players from the dumpster. The Yankees get David Hale, and somehow he fucking pitches good. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. Marlins beat the Nationals 3-2 as their bullpen blew yet another lead for the Nationals. Orioles snapped their losing streak, beating the Tigers 5-3. There's a battle of two teams that are absolutely inept. It was the Rays 8-3 winners over the Blue Jays. The Pirates in a doubleheader won the opener 8-5, while the Reds won the nightcap 8-1. It was the Astros over the Cubs 6-5, as Garrett Cole had a season-high 12 strikeouts. Rains came in the fifth inning as the White Sox and Royals are tied 1-1. They'll pick that game up from that moment on before the regularly scheduled game on Tuesday. Raimel Tapia singled in the winning run in the 11th inning as the Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. It was the Red Sox all over the fading Cleveland Indians 12-5. As Oliver Perez was smacked around like he was still a Met. It was the A's 8-5 winners over the Angels. That's now 10 straight wins for Oakland. Brewers beat the Twins 5-4. And it was the Mariners ending their losing streak with a 6-2 win over the Rangers. Today's three stars are Sean Curley, who had a goal and an assist, which actually turned out to be the game-winning goal for the Bruins. Austin Meadows, who had a home run and 3 RBIs for the Rays. And Orlando Arcia, who had a home run and 3 RBIs for the Brewers. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Kirk Gibson, who turned 62. As we take a look back to the 1969 hot start for the Cubs, on this date in particular, it was Randy Hundley driving in 5 runs after the birth of his son. Of course, his son, Todd, who was born that day, or born the day before, I should say, that would later go on to play for the Mets. And before I go, I should have mentioned a sad passing on Monday as Bill Buckner died at the age of 69 after battling dementia. Of course, it was Buckner who got blamed for the Red Sox losing that World Series when, of course, the game is already tied. I don't understand why Bill Buckner gets as much blame as anyone else could. The Mets had already tied the game. Bill Buckner should not have been out there, number one. And number two, Where's Bob Stanley? Bob Stanley was out of position. There's no way Buckner, with his bad wheels, beats Mookie Wilson in the bag. So, with the game tied at best, they're going to another inning. I mean, I personally think Mookie beats into the bag, and then it's up to Howard Johnson with the bases loaded. Well, anyway, check out the full story of Randy Hundley's big day after becoming a father at Barstool Sports and at Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Good day.